Hi, this is David Muraoka with Keys Homes. I don't know if you've heard or not, but right now we're in a time of historic consumer debt and yet a time of unprecedented wealth. The problem is a lot of people's wealth is tied to the equity in their home. So if the market were to crash like it did in 2008, what would you do? The economy is unstable right now and foreclosures are on the rise. Now, if this is relatable to you and you don't have at least $20,000 in savings, please watch. So I want to tell you a story about a past client of mine, and this is recent. And I'm not taking you back to 2008, 2009. This is recent. I had a couple that had a home that they were living comfortably in. They had a 3% mortgage. They thought everything was fine. The problem is they called me up and said, hey, we have about $87,000 in debt, and we don't know what to do. We are really living paycheck to paycheck, paying the bare minimum in our credit cards, but we just can't seem to get out of this debt, and it's just starting to consume us. So had him talk to Sonny, my mortgage lending partner, and he said, they said, well, can we do a HELOC, do an equity line, take some money out, and pay it on the debt? He said we can. The problem was on a HELOC or equity line, you can only take out up to 80% of the value of your home. So that was only going to allow them to pull out about $50,000. That was still going to leave them $30,000 in the hole. So they're like, well, what else do we do? So we sat down, Sonny and I sat down with them. We had a heart-to-heart talk and said, I know you love your home. I know you've invested a lot into it because they bought it as a fixer. And you have a 3% mortgage, but realistically, I think your best bet is to sell your home to access all of the equity, pay off that debt, and then that way you can rent for a little bit and then buy. Or you can buy concurrently. Unfortunately, their credit situation wasn't that good because of some lates, and all of their credit cards were maxed out, so they ultimately decided not to buy concurrently, but we were able to help them sell their house. They paid off all $87,000 of debt, and they were still left with about $25,000 that they can, keep as a safety net. And then when the time comes and they're ready to buy, they'll be able to buy again. So these are some of the solutions that we're able to help people with. And if this sounds like something that is similar to your situation, give me a call and we can set up a personal one-to-one. If you want to discuss this more or this sounds similar to your situation, feel free to give me a call at 916-640-5140. We can have a confidential one-on-one call. Again, 916-640-5140. Again, 916-640-5140. Thanks.